The Monday Morning Marketing Podcast is brought to you by Esther of IPA Group, bringing premier online promotion to your business.
And Melanie of Stomp Social Media Training, who empowers business owners to manage social media and marketing for themselves. Welcome back to another episode of the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. Today is a special episode. Happy New Year, everyone. We are back with our predictions.
Happy New Year.
Yes, it's 2023. How did that happen? We have been doing the podcast now for 3 full years. Thank you for sticking around and listening to this. So, once again, we didn't go back and listen to see if our predictions came true last year, but pretty sure we were, bang on track, as we always are on this show. But let's just jump into what we think is coming up for 2023. Take it away, Melanie.
Well, I think personally that TikTok is going to be way up there. I think, yeah, well, I know currently it's predominantly a very, very young audience, but our audience, our generation, and I'm not going to say which one that is, but our generation,
the best one,
has become more used to short form video and even long form video, to be honest. And, I actually feel a little sorry for any businesses that are starting up now, because they have a hell of a leap.
They do. They have
a hell of a leap to jump. But I think TikTok is, and I think Google Business Profile, I think they're both going to become, especially with YouTube Shorts, I think they're both going to become massive this year, because short form video is the way to go.
Okay. That's bad news for me because I hate doing videos, but I am one of those people who consumes the videos. I go down that rabbit hole. I'll just watch 3 little TikToks, and then numerous hours later, I'm still there watching 3 little TikToks. But yes, I do get that. And that takes me on to one of the predictions that I have, which is live stream shopping.
Ew.
Okay, so
QVC.
What's that now?
QVC.
That's way before my time.
Steady now.
Wow. No, I'm not talking about shopping on while you're watching TV, but YouTube and Pinterest and TikTok Shop. Everybody's going live now everywhere, and you can buy things straight, by clicking on your little screen and buying it directly. You can see them trying it out. You can see them testing it. You can see it all. And you don't need to make a phone call to QVC. You don't have to tell them your credit card details, because most of them are saved on your social media platform anyway. Makes shopping scarily easy. So if you're selling something, make sure you have a shop, Instagram shop, Shopify. Have a shop online that people can access quickly and easily. And now we're going to hear a prediction from Samantha Kelly, aka the Tweeting Goddess.
My predictions for 2023 in social media, I think short form video obviously is going to continue to rise. I think there's going to be a lot of competition between Twitter Spaces and LinkedIn Audio. I do think video is going to come to Twitter Spaces. Also, LinkedIn Audio, is going to ramp it up and start having an offer to record LinkedIn audio rooms. So Twitter Spaces, LinkedIn Audio, I do think audio and video are going to be really, really important in 2023.
Thanks for that, Sam.
So what do we have next? Well, I'm going to be controversial. And I'm going to say, I think we're going to see an emergence of other Twitter-like profiles. Yes. As you may have heard, there is a new platform in the works called Blue Sky, which is being developed by Twitter's ex-CEO Jack Dorsey. So Mastodon. So, but I think there's going to be a bit of a run on Twitter-like short form social profiles, especially as now Twitter is no longer short form.
Yes. Bring back MySpace is what I have to say to that. Some things you just shouldn't change, and other things. I mean,
amen.
We seem to be getting more and more social and less sociable. That's
Agreed.
all I'm going to say.
Oh, that's really good.
We could take that as a little snippet. Okay, so here we go. The environment will no longer be an afterthought. Lots of people now very concerned, as it should be, about global warming. I mean, we're going through the coldest winter here in Ireland that we've seen in I don't know how long. It is horrendously cold right now. And global warming is real. We can all make a difference, even if we are sat at home, and we will be having a podcast coming up soon about sustainability in marketing and in small business owners, and you can do your part as well. But I think a lot of people, social responsibility is a big thing, and people will even be looking for that from businesses before they contact them to work with them. So how are you offsetting your carbon footprint? Think about that and get it out there as to how you're doing that. Put it on your website. You have planted so many trees this year, etc.
And there's lots of different ways of doing this sustainability as well. I've been very lucky to speak to quite a large amount of people in the sustainable and climate change sphere in Irish Tech News. So I'm hoping we'll be bringing some of them on over the next year or so as well, so that we can learn here with our audience.
Yeah.
So I think now it's going to be over to the creator economy, which was initially mentioned, I think, by Neil Patel. I think it was. I'm not entirely sure. So Neil Patel, I think it might have been who came up with that one. So apologies if that's not the right name. I don't know who I'm waving at.
I can verify she did actually wave.
Okay, I'm sorry. So the creator economy has become quite the economy these days, because it's now being handed over more and more to micro influencers. And there's now great databases of micro influencers that large agencies can contact. So, I mean, there's going to be one in every country. Okay, there's literally going to be one in every country.
Yeah.
But here in Ireland, we have the Irish Blogger Agency. And they have just a profound amount of small to medium to even large influencers that you can tap. And as long as these people keep their noses clean, because there's always controversies.
Yeah.
I think the creator economy in that respect will actually blossom, especially this year. And now it's my turn to introduce our next guest predictions with Amanda Webb.
I'm Amanda Webb. I'm a digital marketing ROI mentor and consultant. That means that I help businesses just like yours get more profit from the time, from the energy, from the money that they spend on your digital marketing. And my prediction for 2023 is that businesses are going to be paying way more attention to their ROI, to their return on investment, because we are seeing costs going up across the board. Things like advertising, even our digital advertising, but also our overheads, even heating the office or switching on the lights is costing us way more. So proving that we're actually getting profitable, that we're actually getting return on investment on our digital marketing is going to be more important. And that includes things like looking at your analytics, looking at the processes, your sales processes, and how much money you're putting into that compared to how much you're getting out. That's going to be important. And particularly for contractors. So if you are a social media manager or a marketing manager for a company, you're going to need to prove your ROI. So it's time to get analytics savvy.
Thanks so much for that, Amanda. Okay, just a couple more from us and we are done for our predictions for this year. Authenticity. Never has it been more important to be authentic. Okay, as Melanie said just before, Amanda, people will find out stuff about you. Lies can be discovered, especially with the vast internet of things that we have available. Authenticity, telling a story that resonates as well, not just being authentic, but authenticity that resonates with other people. So, like
backing
we said,
it up as well.
Yeah, like we said, don't just say that you're going to plant a tree. Show a picture of you planting a tree. Be authentic. Unboxing things that, are good for the environment. Obviously boxes aren't, but how you recycle them. Things like that. If you're selling physical products, what things are you wrapping them in? How are you telling that story about how you came up with the idea for the product? How are you telling the story about how the product was made, where the inspiration came from? All of these things being authentic.
Isn't that like heart-centered marketing, essentially?
Yeah, but, people still have hearts, even after these last few years of trials and tribulations. We want feel-good stories. We want, less drama would be nice going into 2023.
Yeah. I can't imagine it myself, but
no,
it'd be nice.
It would.
Okay, so I've got one more. I think because of the because obviously it's beginning of 2023, and so I know it's going to be quite a seasonal thing, but we're in the middle of a cost of living crisis, and I think there is going to be even more businesses that are going to be focusing on their pricing structure and what they're going to be getting for that value. But the downside to that is I can also see a lot of supports and smaller businesses closing because they can't keep up with the larger companies that are able to provide a better price. So I think to that end, we need to look after and try and remember the smaller local businesses. Try and look at them first.
Yeah.
Before we look at the big, Hootsuites and HubSpots, and they have their place, but they're big. They're not going to go out overnight. But I do think we should.
They still have people who work for them. I mean, we saw what happened with Twitter.
Well, yeah,
and they have money. So,
but I honestly do think. But with all this authenticity, with all this sustainability, with all this going in mind, I really do think we need to look closer to home first. Yes. I think we need to look at our smaller local businesses. We need to support them because they've got, families and pets and houses and things to look after.
And we know that if you pay into the local economy, that money stays locally.
Yeah.
And that they will, if you pay them money, they pay money to someone else locally. And this, it will come back to you. The cycle will perpetuate more rather than giving the money to billionaires.
And then you're not having to drive miles to the local groceries, and you're not, so where possible, do look at your local smaller businesses first, because at the end of the day, in this cost of living crisis, and same as within COVID, it's these small businesses are the backbones of every single nation's economy.
Yeah.
And I do think we should work first and foremost to look after our closest and nearest and dearest, in whichever country you're listening to this, because it will make a difference.
It will indeed. If you agree with our predictions, or if you disagree with our predictions, we'd love to hear from you. As always, our socials are open for all your comments, and we look forward to spending 2023 with you as well. Until then, bye-bye.
Happy New Year, guys. Bye-bye.
Stop waving. Nobody's looking.
I'm sorry. It's just a natural thing for me.
Cross your hands. Sit on them.
I'm going to sit on them now. Okay. It was a bit late now, but I'm actually sitting on my hands.
I know, I can see you.